What's up, guys? Wow, you all were talking for a while.
What were they talking about?
I don't know.
What's the topic for today, guys? Let us know what you were talking about.
You're gonna have to get your phone out.
We-
Hey, Darian.
We are on Morgan's phone this time rather than the iPad. So,
Oh, let me get it situated.
so we may be squinty-eyed a little bit more as the letters are smaller.
To read the comments.
I'll get on my phone though.
How are you guys? We're a little low energy right now. Forgive us. Oh.
I got home and realized I just hadn't, I don't know. You know, sometimes when you're just like, why am I just feeling bleh?
Squishy's playing with her dog toy. That's what you hear.
So maybe you guys can cheer us up a little bit. Ashley's from Lexington, Kentucky?
What?
That's where we abide from.
We abide from? That don't make sense. You know she's just gonna jump up here and grab that.
What? You think she's gonna grab this? Please. Alright, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, people are saying where they're tuning in from. We got in Arizona. We got Michelle from North Carolina.
Someone says they're on the wrong sides. This is weird. That's true. We are switched. Paul and I are on one another's sides. You know,
Yes.
I just wanted to be on this side for once in my life.
What?
I
Wow.
wanted to be on this side.
You happy now?
Yes.
Alright,
Thank you very much.
I'm tuning in. There we are.
Flint, Michigan, Omaha, Alabama, California, Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm feeling the stripes, Paul.
Oh. Hey, hello.
Hello, Mr. O.
Mr. O, that's me. We
That's
got
true.
Restart Life tuning in from Dairy Queen.
In Rochester, New York.
All right, man, love it.
India.
Arizona. Is anyone else in the comment? All right, two things real quick, and then we're diving right into the Q&A. Let us know in the comment section what's this maybe the strangest place that you're tuning in from. Right now, the Restart Life is winning with Dairy Queen. He's watching from Dairy Queen.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta eat a blizzard and watch Paul and Morgan live.
You do sometimes. Can anyone beat that? And if it's just like in your bedroom or in your kitchen, that's cool too. Let us know.
On the toilet.
Don't let us know that. We don't need a picture of that.
The bathroom. Someone's in the bathroom.
We don't need a picture of that. Hey, I'm gonna point these
Babe.
lights up a little bit. They're
And
really,
if you're on the toilet, TMI. Darian
Tell me if
says.
it is a little overcast. A little better.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, that's better. In my kitchen, currently making corn in my kitchen.
Corn. Okay, that's pretty good. See, that's getting specific and fun.
Oh goodness.
All right, my dining room, my attic. Oh, what is this? Home Alone.
My attic.
Cool.
Is it a cool attic or like a creepy attic and you're just up there for some strange reason?
Whenever I think of attics, I think of all of that pink fluffy stuff
Yeah.
and it being really warm.
I think of Home Alone.
That's true.
Home
Yeah.
Alone had an awesome attic.
Watching from a golf course, Lucas says. That's pretty good.
That's cool.
We do have a silver play button and we're excited about it.
We do.
All right. New Zealand, my kitchen with my pups. My moth-infested pantry's pretty good. All right.
Oh no.
The other question we need to ask before we get into the life, love, and dating Q&A is this. We have Disney Plus, and Morgan started watching, you guessed it, Hannah Montana. And I, for the longest time, have been kind of like, Hannah Montana. But
then.
I really like Even Stevens.
Okay.
But as we continue to watch Hannah Montana, for me, it would have gone like Even Stevens, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana. But as we're watching a little more of it, just, you know, whatever in the evenings, blah, 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 it's starting to move up the rings, up the ladder. And I think it's beating Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and it is right there with Even Stevens. So
Wow.
what is the best Disney show? There's more, obviously, but
I literally started watching Hannah Montana and then I leave and go out of town for a few days, what happens? Paul has watched like 2 seasons of it without me.
No. I was responding to comments.
He watched like more than half a season without me.
I was responding to your all's comments while it was on in the background for a little while, and then I watched a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's see what you guys are saying.
Christy said even Stevens.
Proud
memories.
Family's good as well. And That's So Raven is good, but I think even Stevens or Hannah Montana are probably the two, probably like the two.
So good.
We got Good Luck Charlie's. We got LOL, The Mandalorian, yes, but okay, Wizards of Waverly Place, another one.
That's my second fave.
That goes it's under it though. We don't need to be watching too much Wizards and witchcraft. That's So Raven. Phil the Future was good as well.
Watch that.
Phil the Future wasn't as good.
We need to watch
in
it.
my opinion.
That's what you said about Hannah Montana, and look now.
I feel like
He doesn't
rewatching
get to talk.
Hannah Montana, it's like the humor and the fun and stuff is actually a little more like not adult, but a little higher than maybe like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, or maybe even Stevens. Anyway, we're digressing.
Yeah.
Girl Meets World, That's So Raven, and I haven't watched even Stevens since it was originally on TV. Boy Meets World, okay. Jesse, Hannah Montana is lowest tier, Kanomi says.
Wow.
That's not fair.
Here's something though that we've decided. Hannah Montana, and honestly, I think this goes for all Disney shows, is they're all such stinking liars.
They are liars. They lie through their teeth.
Constantly lie.
It's like I was telling Morgan, the plot of it seems like so many episodes is based around a lie that they're trying to.
And like eventually they end up making up for their lies. But wow. Wait,
Wow.
Someone said Tangled the series? There's a show? Oh, I am watching that. That's true.
That can't be.
But yeah, like they're all just liars, and it's like, whoa. Everyone needs to calm down and stop lying so much.
I'll be honest.
Sheesh.
Yes, I'm thankful that my parents didn't. We didn't have that channel growing up, so we'd go watch it at our cousins, and I loved it, like even Stevens. But we didn't have it ourselves, and I'm kind of grateful because as like an 8-year-old kid watching Hannah Montana, even Stevens. The way they treat their siblings, not good. They're lying through their teeth. I mean, obviously it's not like, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not a great example to a young person. We are going off on so many tangents here.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. Are our Disney shows good to watch as kids?
Christy said she didn't have cable until high school. That's honestly probably for the best.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, as like a 7-year-old, I don't really need to be watching Hannah Montana.
No.
But when you're a little older, you can see through that a little more clearly.
Yeah.
Someone said, Paul, I know what you mean. Paul is Bobby from Twin Peaks. I don't know Twin Peaks very
Someone
much.
said, Morgan, are you even listening to him? Honestly, sometimes I'm not.
Wait, what is that supposed
to? In one ear, nothing.
What's that supposed to mean? Morgan, are you even listening?
I don't know. I think you said something, and maybe I just repeated exactly what you said, or I asked you what you said. I don't know.
Are you zoning out a little bit? Okay, I'm done. Morgan, lead the way into some Q&A. Let's shift this discussion into let's get into some of what's on your all's hearts as far as Q&A. Morgan, take it away.
Ask away, people. I do not want that. Get it out of my face. I don't want it.
It'd be good for you to see it.
Disney dads are treated so bad.
Disney dads, I mean,
Disney dads are treated so horribly.
They are treated so bad.
So bad, and the moms are like so dumb. The parents really are just kind of like oblivious and dumb and have no idea what's going on.
It is funny though. It is funny.
Okay, sometimes, but then honestly, when you really think about it, it's like I don't want my kids to watch this show.
I'm glad
they're my age.
I didn't watch it as a youngster.
Yeah.
But
not for kids.
That is our opinion.
Yeah.
There is wisdom in holding off from letting your kids watch it for a while.
Yeah. Why are you guys sitting the other way around? I'm sorry, you guys.
Is it bother? Oh.
Oh, I was like, what?
Is it bothering you all that much? Do we need to switch?
No.
Well, guess what? We're not.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
All right.
All right. Questions are rolling in now.
Morgan, if you can see a question, what's the Restart Life say?
Thank you, Darian.
I'll be in and out. Okay, that's cool, man.
Keeping an eye on things.
You eat your blizzard, Darian. I don't know if you have a blizzard. All right. Question. We're gonna start with this one. Here we go, Morgan.
Yeah, send them in.
Morgan, we didn't pray beforehand. We're not gonna pray right now. We're well into this. I'm feeling good, but we just.
I prayed beforehand.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was gonna say I just really want, no matter what topics, lighthearted, deep, I want to have a sensitivity and just godly discernment in how we speak. Because the first question is by Mer Vinson. What do you all think of Jess and Gabriel? Let's start there. Let us know in the comment section. Have you guys heard of Jess and Gabriel Conti? They're other YouTubers. Pretty big. They're big. Microphone. Morgan, what do you think of Jess and Gabriel? Morgan from the Paulandmorganshow. Tell us your thoughts on Jess and Gabriel.
I don't have really any super strong opinions on them. I mean, they seem like they're, honestly, I think that we would be friends with them in real life. They seem like cool people. They have a giant platform, and I know how hard it is to run our platform and use it wisely, so I can't even imagine what it's like for them to run their platform and use it wisely. So do I agree with everything they've put out? No, but that's a-okay. People don't agree with everything we've put out, and that's a-okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think that they do have hearts for the Lord, and like they want to be honorable towards him. So
yeah, well put. And we are for Jess and Gabriel. Love to meet you guys someday. If you're watching. They might be. Jess and Gabriel, let us know if you're watching, and if you're watching through like a code name, maybe like a different account, just let us, because you don't want to get all the those type of YouTubers want to stay anonymous a little bit in their life. So you're probably watching via a different account. So maybe just send us like an encrypted message and we'll get back.
Or just hop in our DMs with your real account.
All right, Catherine S. So, you guys, I'm good with going any direction with these. We want to hang out with you all. If we want to get deep into dating, relationship advice, here's a great place. Because sometimes on
Instagram. Oh no, my straw got dropped in.
That's a shame. A lot of times we'll get DMs on Instagram and they'll be like really long relationship questions, and it's easier to answer them on here. So that's why we want to get to those questions.
Rip some Morgan straw.
Okay, wow. Hashtag distracting.
Sorry. Fizzy drinks. I just really like to drink out of a straw, and now I cannot. Okay, Morgan, that's great. That's just great. I'm sorry.
I see a lot of people saying different things about Jess and Gabriel. I love Jess and Gabriel, and you too. I haven't seen any bad things from them, so that's good.
It's good.
Yes, I love Jess and Gabriel. All right, let's get to some questions. Let's see. All right, Catherine S., what do you believe about the afterlife? Man, what do we believe about the afterlife, Morgan? Hades.
What?
What do we think about Hades?
Obviously I believe in heaven and hell. I believe there's a lot of people who are going to be going to heaven that we wouldn't think would be going to heaven. I think there's a lot of people going to hell that we wouldn't think would be going to hell.
Oh, demonetized.
Demonetized. No.
Oh, Mary says heaven starts now. In some respects, yes.
I guess so. I don't really know.
Heaven on earth, baby.
But
heaven on earth.
Yeah, that's what I believe, I guess.
Bible says that narrow is the way that leads to life, and few there be that find it. but broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many go in thereat that path. So, guys, we got to take faith seriously. Can't be passive about that stuff. Let's see.
Got my straw, guys.
Allison Lucas, do you think it's wise for my foot, my?
What?
Allison, I'm not sure if I'm following there. Do you think it's wise for my foot, my? So maybe clarify that one a little bit. Stephanie says, how do I stop idolizing relationships? Relationships, guys, it's crazy. Like, you're single and then suddenly, like, you feel like you're at the precipice of a new relationship and you're getting to know someone, you think this could be something. It just grabs you almost like nothing else in life. It's just like suddenly you're so focused in your excitement and passion and the future. You following along?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. So, like, I think there is a little bit of like God-given room for you to enjoy and get excited, but
yeah, of course.
But then when is the line when it's too far? Like how do you stop that?
When you have literally not stopped talking to them all day long, when you go to sleep and you're having dreams about them because all you've done all day long is think about them, talk to them, talk about them, and you're just wrapped up in them. You spend more time with them than you do with the Lord. You spend more time talking about them instead of talking to the Father. I don't know. Christy just said when God is second. Yeah, that's a very easy way to put it. When God is second, you know that you've gone too far.
Good, Morgan. And I would say a lot of people try to like make these kind of, and this is going to sound mean a little bit, but they make these like soft, like gentle, not excuses, but like remedies. Like, oh, you're doing that? Well, here's blah, blah, blah. Here's what you could maybe possibly do. I would say just use some discipline and realize I can't spend 24/7 talking to this person, being around them, thinking about them, gushing over them. You're still not married. So let's make sure we have priorities and stick to those priorities. Discipline.
Yeah. Someone says, Le Champion says, Paula Morgan, who wears the pants in the marriage and why is it Paul? So why, what?
So you're asking us who wears them, but then you're telling us who wears them.
I don't know if that question needs to be answered because you kind of answered it for yourself.
You should have left it halfway, like who wears the pants, question mark. And then once we said Paul does, you should have said why is it Paul? No, guys, who wears the pants? Marriage is like a beautiful give and take co-partnership, but God has set up specific mantles. He's set up specific mantles for the wife and for the husband, and it's awesome to be able to come into those. But it can be challenging as well, so we gotta work through things.
You gotta fight
for your right
to be married.
You gotta fight for your right.
What's on your shirt, Paul? It is Jesus, and it says Savior.
Very good.
It's from Forever 21, strangely enough.
It is.
Which they're technically a Christian-run company, but...
Technically so. Emily G says, Patreon fam, where you at? Let's go! Let's go!
Woo, woo, woo.
Love you guys. All right, here we go. Interesting name. Country Girls Stuck in the City. That is interesting. Do y'all believe Jesus is God or the Son of God? Thank you. The Trinity is a beautiful, complex thing. I don't think anyone could argue that Jesus is the Son of God, since it says that so explicitly, but he's also one with God. So, I mean...
He's bold!
We'll let you guys tackle that one in the comment section. Come on, some...
Everyone's saying both.
Both, there you go. Morgan is glowing. She got a spray
I'm
tan.
glowing?
So she's naturally glowing.
Well, honestly, my spray tan is basically gone, and now it's just all natural.
She naturally is glowing.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm naturally glowing, but I spray a little mist on my face that has a little glow to it,
Do
I
you?
think.
Yeah, she does. She sprays this stuff pretty regularly. I think that helps.
Yeah.
This
nice.
is a good question because I know that there's definitely some people in this boat. Sarah Larkin Lewis says, "What would be your advice to a never been in a relationship Christian girl?"
What would be your advice to a never been in a relationship girl?
Christian girl.
Christian girl. Watch all of our videos, read our book, Intentional Dating, your need to know questions answered. But no, I mean, I don't know. There's so much advice that you could give to one. What would be your advice to never been in? Just always bring the Lord in everything you do. Whether it's your first dating relationship or whatever it might be, like, no matter what, the Father needs to be involved. And if the Father's involved, then you are going to be good to go.
Here we go.
But we have lots of videos on Christian dating.
We do, because the practical is important too. But yeah, I mean, that is where you start, what Morgan said.
Yes.
Someone says, clothing hauls, Morgan? Child in Christ says.
I feel like no one would watch those.
I feel like that's more of an Instagram thing.
That's true. Maybe I'll do that on my Instagram, but I don't know.
Because I feel like that's for dedicated channels that do fashion, like fashion
Like,
channels.
people would be like, why the heck are Paul and Morgan posting clothing haul?
What? Yeah.
They'd be like, why the heck are Paul and Morgan posting a clothing haul? Oh, Rachel says, I would watch a clothing haul.
Oh, okay. Well, and I'm sure some of you all would. Here's one. Nino Fruit Lolly. What do you think of Jesus being black? What do you think of Jesus being black?
Nino Fruit Lily.
Lily. What I would say to that is,
Lolly.
I think that all historical sources point to Jesus being a Jew. So, you know.
Were Jewish people black back in the day?
I don't think so. So
He was Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern. So
Yeah.
that's what sources point to.
Yeah.
He's
He's not African American. He's Middle Eastern Jewish. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can you both do a Scottish accent? Becky asks. The accents will come.
No, I cannot.
The accents will come if we get some super chats. Super chats, then the accents come out. Maybe.
Oh man.
All right, here we go. Light of Revelation Ministries. Serious question. Me and my girlfriend broke up because of Snapchat. She does. Now I'm like reading to make sure that this is appropriate.
Oh,
I'm
no.
assuming it is. She doesn't post pics of her, but she still wants it for reasons I don't know. What should I do?
Wait, what?
So I'm assuming based on this, me and my girlfriend broke up because of Snapchat. She doesn't post pics of her, but she still wants it for reasons I don't know. What should I do? So you, Light of Revelation Ministries, are not a fan of Snapchat, it sounds like. Morgan and I do not have Snapchat. It's like the one social media platform we don't have. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, that maybe you're not a fan because you feel like it's too easy for inappropriate stuff to be shared on there. I'm not sure, actually. Don't quote me on that. Let me know. Give me a little more details on this one. Why did you all break up because of Snapchat? Oscar says do a backflip.
That's funny because Paul had a dream last night that he did a backflip
I just did one.
off of a wagon.
You want me to do another one? Did you see how fast? That's so stupid. Yeah, I had a dream last night. I literally had a dream that I did a backflip off of a wagon and saved.
He cannot actually backflip, guys. So.
Really?
Babe, can you?
Really?
Can you?
You put
Can
me
you
on a
backflip?
trampoline with.
He cannot. He would break his back.
Okay. Cassie N, thank you for the super chat. First super chat, Cassie, thank you.
Thank you.
Girls having modeling jobs. Example, Victoria's Secret. What are your thoughts, Morgan?
All right, here's my just honest opinion. You guys know I like to get honest and just be real and raw. I don't think that a godly woman can, in good conscience, be a Victoria's Secret model or any type of like lingerie model. I was in the modeling industry for several years and it was incredibly challenging to stay modest and humble and not just become this totally sexualized thing. I mean, like, incredibly hard, and that's why I ended up quitting, because it was just constant. I would like go to a photo shoot, and I would, before I'd even go to a photo shoot, I would talk to my agent telling her like, you know, I'm uncomfortable with this, this, and this, so do not send me to shoots that are like that. And she would say, okay. And then I'd go to a shoot, and what do you know? I end up in super tight clothes, dresses, low-cut things, whatever it is. And just the pictures ended up being way too sexual. And so I just feel like you can't do it in good conscience.
The modeling industry is a very challenging industry for Christians, guys or girls, but even more so for girls. I'm not necessarily going to go as far as to Morgan and say like a godly person couldn't, but at the same time, like, I think a godly person could go into modeling, but it's so easy for one compromise to lead to another, and suddenly you don't have, you know, godly morals anymore because there's been so much compromise, and then you're okay with being in a Victoria's Secret lingerie photo shoot because you've been around it so much and you've made so many small compromises that you just wouldn't know. Does that make you an ungodly person? I mean, your walk with the Lord is probably not going to be real intimate if you're doing these sexual lingerie shoots.
Yeah, I mean, that's just putting yourself in a not great situation, and then putting other people who see these pictures in a situation where they could possibly stumble. And I'm not saying that you can't be a Christian and model, but again, you're gonna have to be so strict and so solid, and be not afraid to say like, peace out, I'm not doing the shoot. Because obviously there are modest and adorable clothing companies that you can model for, or doing commercials or whatever.
Yeah, I personally still do a little modeling here and there, but like Morgan said, I gotta be choosy as well.
Yes.
I've had to turn down old studs and spurs.
Ew.
I know, right?
The male like calendar, like.
Just don't ask. Just don't ask.
Oh my goodness.
Josh and Jesus. Squishy. Josh and Jesus, thank you for your super chat. Question for you both, are we still cool? Are we still cool with Josh and Jesus, Morgan?
Yes.
I think so. Josh from we did the interview with.
Uh-huh.
We're cool, bro.
We cool.
We are cool. And if there's things that need to be worked out, we can try to work them out.
I don't know what there would be.
Dakota Hansen, thank you for your $5 super chat. So this stream would not be complete without a funny story about a planned event that went wrong. Also love your content and love you guys.
What?
A planned event that went wrong. Morgan?
That's what you want to know?
Yes.
What event?
Do we have a plan?
Paul's 30th birthday surprise party. His dad shows up an hour before he's supposed to show up. I'm like decorating with several people. Nothing is ready. Paul pulls up in the car with his dad.
Didn't you specifically tell Dad, don't come early?
Yes, I said, do not come early. This is your time to show up. 6:15. That's your time. 6:15. Don't forget.
He brought me there at like 5.
Yeah, like 5 o'clock.
5.
And I just hear someone yell, "Wait, is that Paul?" And I was like, "What?" And I turn around, and what do you know? Paul's in the stinking car driving up, and everyone just goes, "Oh no!"
I don't like surprises, guys, just in general. I like to know what's going on, but Morgan is really sweet and she really did that up and it was still very much a blessing. All right, what else we got?
Sad.
What is I'm seeing some stuff about anxiety. Paul is a boomer, question mark.
No, he's millennial.
Woo! In your face. A boomer. I love the new background. Thank you, Kalista. As Christians, should we do the Shabbat?
Shabbat.
I'm not actually sure.
Shabbat, isn't that like the meal before Sabbath? Like you would do it on like Saturday night. Honestly, I don't know exactly what it is.
You'll have to explain Shabbat. I'm not so sure on that.
I know they did it in Bible times. Why does we always, every single time, have to get a super chat from someone about farts?
Well, their name is Farting Millennial.
Oh, brother.
So it makes sense.
You need help, my friend.
That's weird. That's weird.
Oh, but hey, thanks for your super chat.
Any super chats do bless us. They really do. All right. The Sabbath is the rest day. So is Shabbat just the Jewish word for Sabbath, like the Hebrew word? Maybe it is.
I don't know. No, Missy, don't you balk.
Let's see, Morgan. Find one for me, Morgan.
Back here. I'm sorry, I'm definitely not gonna be able to say your name, but hi, Morgan. I'm a new Corona wifey.
Wow.
What was unexpected in your first year of marriage? Advice? Well, that's hilarious that you call yourself a Corona wife.
It's gonna be a new thing. People are gonna call themselves I'm a Corona child. I'm a Corona wife.
That's true. Well, so congratulations on getting married. I would say that in the first year of marriage, something that really surprised me was wow, what was something that surprised me? I don't even know. Everything surprised me.
Our first year was not easy.
It was not easy, but
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a downer. You're a newly Corona wife.
Yeah.
There are going to be so many blessings, but get ready, brace yourself, and just be determined that we are going to kick this thing in the butt together. We're going to depend on the Lord. Paul says his grace is sufficient for me, because his power is made perfect in weakness. So go to the Lord together, separately. Kick this thing in the butt.
Okay, but one little thing that did surprise me was just Paul's like little things that I found out about him, like his OCD tendencies and his little just like quirks that I just had no idea about. Yeah, that was interesting.
So you'll probably figure out some stuff, assuming you guys haven't been living together and spending 24/7 together. You'll probably figure out some quirks that your husband has, and have grace for those quirks, because you have them too.
Yes.
You have them too, and I have them.
Yes.
Another super chat, but I'm not exactly sure. Y'all honor the Sabbath Saturday, not Sunday.
Pagan.
So, okay.
Okay.
I've been watching this. Yeah, never mind. Ooh, baby. What if a partner isn't putting enough effort? That's tough.
You're gonna have to have a sit-down conversation with them in a kind and merciful way. Bring up the issues that you feel like they're struggling with, that you're struggling with, and just tell them like how you're feeling, of just like it's been hard for you to feel totally loved by them, because you just feel like they're not totally putting in their half which really we're always supposed to be 100% and 100%, not 50-50. It's a 100-100. And so, yeah, I don't know. I would just say have a kind, gracious conversation with them, and yeah, just pray before and after with them.
Yes. Real quick, Morgan, before we get to the next one, I saw on Instagram, and I want to make sure I understood this correctly. You made a post and said, we're writing a devotional for our patrons for this upcoming month, and we're having like Girl Defined, Nathan Sutton, Hannah Williamson, Tabby, and others like contribute to it. So did you just like reach out to them and say, will you guys, I'm not sure, like I'm genuinely wondering, did you like reach out to them and say, will you guys like help with this devotional or what?
I asked them if they would write a few paragraphs on how they... So guys, what we're doing for our patrons for the month of July is we'll be releasing, like we did in June, a PDF. We released a coloring book in June for our patrons that were the $5 tier and up. For July, we're going to be releasing a downloadable devotional PDF.
Yes.
And it's called Trials, Seeing Trials Through the Father's Eyes Instead of the World's. And basically I asked Nathan Sutton, Bethany.
I love that
Girl
you did that. That's
Defined.
such a good idea to bring other like solid believers in. That's fun. It's fun for me. I'm excited to see what they put and how it all fits together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're going to be adding to the devotional. You'll see what it looks like.
The Restart Life says, oh, that's exciting. Can't wait to read that. Yes, I'm excited for how it ends up. Guys, if you want to become a patron, as always, the links are below every video. We'd love to have you all.
Or
Let's
go to
see.
patreon.com/Paulandmorganshow.
Yes. Thought till... Oh,
You're
squishy,
Hey!
no. What were you about to say?
Beatrice says, I bet that Morgan can't go a live stream without touching your hair. You are correct.
I think we need to try
you
that.
would win that bet.
Okay,
No.
starting
No, I can't do it.
now.
No.
If you need it touched for whatever reason, I'll do it. Starting now.
Oh, my
Let's see
goodness.
here.
Tilda
says, thoughts on friendships with non-believers if neither of you want to convince the other of their views. So I'm guessing it means like neither of you are really coming.
Yeah, you're not trying to like push each other's views on one another. I think it's totally fine to be friends with people that are not don't believe in what you believe. Like, we're called to, go out there and minister to people, and that doesn't necessarily mean shove it down people's throats, the gospel. Like, it means just being a light and being kind and being loving and being a friend. And so I would say, like, of course it's good to be friends with people who believe differently than you. I would say it maybe is going to be kind of hard to get on a deep level with them and like really like walk everyday life with them because you guys don't believe the same things. And so to go to them for advice, like, they're not going to be pouring godly wisdom into your life. Not saying that they're not going to have wisdom, but yeah, I would just say it's okay to be friends, but to be like accountability partners, that might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Cool. Guys, that just made me think. Go follow us on Instagram. I feel like Instagram, because YouTube is typically once or twice a week, Instagram, we're posting a lot, like, throughout the week, posts, things that have been on our heart, just like day to day more. So it's a real cool place for us to connect with you that way.
And also, just want to add to what I was saying about the friendships.
Go ahead, babe. Take your time.
The Bible verse.
Go ahead, baby. I mean...
Hey! The Bible verse talking about not yoking yourselves with people who are unequally yoked. Or
That
whatever.
Bible verse is no yoke.
Are you okay? Emily says, rude. Thank you.
Wait, who are you referring to? Her or me?
You.
Her pushing me?
No.
Her taking my hat?
To you being a punk. Okay, move on.
No, please.
No,
please,
I'm
please.
done.
No, you were sharing some
I'm
great stuff. I mean, it
done.
was going on a little bit long, but it was good.
I'm sorry that I wanted to bring the Bible into it.
Oh, and that was a good idea. So, all right. Go.
What a punk. Yes, I touched my hair.
Oh, whoa.
Look, I wasn't playing that game.
Yo, all right, yoke.
Just read the Bible, everyone.
Yoke.
All right. Next, super chat. Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you. Sorry for hurrying Morgan along.
Did either of you try to learn practical skills to prepare for marriage, and would you recommend any, i.e. cooking, handyman skills, things like that?
Thank you for your super chat. That's a really good question.
Something that my mom did.
Just hands here.
I patted my chest because I burped.
Oh, okay.
Something that my mom. Yeah, Squishy, get him. She's trying to get Paul's hand off of my hand. She's fighting for me. Anyways, yes, I learned how to cook. My mom had me and my older sister do every now and then, it would be my day to cook on this day in the month, and it would be my sister's day to cook, and that just taught us a lot, and we got to pick out the recipes and go to the grocery store and buy the ingredients. And so that was really good, and I'm glad that my mom did that. And handyman stuff, I grew up with my dad. He is the greatest handyman that I know. He is MacGyver, and I loved getting to watch him do that stuff and also do it with him, and I kind of gained all of those skills as well, and so I am the woman version of MacGyver. Paul, on the other hand, what skills did you learn, babe?
Are you really?
He's not a handyman. I am 100% the handyman in our relationship.
Yes. Yep. But that's a good question. And my last thing I'll add is my sister, who is not married, but she is living with a married couple and learning. She's around their kids a lot. She's helping them clean. She's helping cook. I think she's helping cook, but she's doing all this stuff that she's just serving, and she's kind of being mentored in the ways of just a good, I don't know, housekeeping and stuff. And I think that's really valuable. So yes. Go Julia. Woo!
Okay. Anywho.
Give us another one, babe.
Pew, 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 pew. Are you guys doing any fan mail soon? Beatrice says. And then the Restart Live says, good question. If they did fan mail, who would send some stuff in? Well, we have a P.O. box that you guys can send stuff to. The address is in the description, or what?
I don't put it in every video description. Should I start putting the P.O. box in every video description?
I don't know. I'm scared. We get some really nasty things mailed to us.
We've gotten some weird things, but if you want to know the P.O. box, I mean, we love getting letters and stuff from you all, or Pokemon cards.
It's on our Instagram highlights.
Yeah, I mean, if you're curious, it's on your Morgan August.
Yeah, my Instagram in my highlights, it's titled P.O. Box.
We should do a P.O. box with it on the Paul and Morgan Instagram as well.
There is a highlights,
I
think.
Is? I don't think so.
Well, 1025 Majestic Drive, P.O. Box 910644, Lexington, Kentucky 40591.
People send you weird things? Kanomi asks. We get a lot of.
I cannot mention the things that people have sent us. Seriously, I'm not joking.
There's been inappropriate. There's been lots of different lots of different religions that they think it's funny to try to convert us to different religions and just stuff like that.
Yes, but
Glitter bombs.
also disgusting things too. So.
Or the Restart Life. Thank you for reminding us about the glitter bomb. Yes.
Yes, that was scary. But if we got some actual fan mail, then of course we would show you guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Charlie D. Being a Christian defines me. God defines me. Should I bring up my faith in my job interview? I think it depends where you're interviewing. I mean, I've definitely brought up my faith if it seems right. But if you're just interviewing for somewhere like Walmart, you can, but I don't think I would necessarily force it.
Well, I guess it just depends on what kind of questions they're asking. Because if they're asking, just random, like, where do you live? What do you eat for breakfast? But if they're asking, like, what's one biggest moment that's defined your life? And if that moment is when you were baptized or whatever, like, of course you can share that. That's totally fine. But, yeah. I don't know. But I wouldn't say like trying to just force it and talk about God in your interview. But it's up to you.
Thank you, the Restart Life, for giving. He's like answering some people about the glitter bomb. He said it was a fail because y'all smart. I think that's talking about the glitter bomb.
Yes, it is.
Let's see.
That's right. I'm smart.
Morgan, what is the most influential book both of you have read besides the Bible, of course?
Ooh, okay. Hind's Feet on High Places is such a good book. So good. It's just like, wow. That and another book called I'm Out to Change My World. Those two books have been like the most influential in my faith walks. So
it's good.
Look them up.
That is good.
You?
I haven't done a lot of reading outside of the Bible and
Pokemon books.
No, and fiction in a while, so I can't really speak on that. C.S. Lewis is a really impactful writer to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Natalie says I've read that. Naomi, do you guys drink beer or wine?
I don't drink, one, because I've been trying to get pregnant for 3.5 years. 2, because I just personally don't like the way that alcohol makes me feel. The Bible talks about being sober-minded, and for me, I could drink a few sips of a drink, and I immediately start to feel like I'm not in the right mind. And so I just don't like that. I don't have anything against people drinking beer or wine. I don't think it's not biblical or whatever. But I think, again, we're called to be sober mind. And so if you are drinking to get drunk or even tipsy, like if you're drinking to kind of like lose control of your mind and not feel things or whatever, that's very much the wrong way to look at alcohol, and it's a dangerous way to look at it. So yeah,
I mean, I agree with that. I will drink in moderation here and there, but not frequently. Aubrey says, is it a bad idea to move in with non-Christians moving out as a 19-year-old?
I would say yes, it's a bad idea. I would just say be very careful, because if you do that, you're going to be living with them 24/7. They're going to be the biggest influence in your life because you're with them the most out of other people. And I just think like it could just be dangerous, so be careful.
I mean, I would definitely look for Christians, since you're going to be around them so much. Not to say you can't spend time with non-Christians, obviously, but for roommates, I would personally, if I was, single, want Christian roommates. Yeah, if I could choose, for sure. The Restart Life says, I am definitely the man in the kitchen. Darian, I bet you are. I would like to see some of your cooking, man.
People are saying bad company corrupts good character.
That is absolutely right.
Biblical.
Claire or Sierra Diamond, are you ever called pretentious or bigoted for your views? And if so, what is your response to that? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Actually, before we answer, let me throw that question back to you guys. Have you all in the comment section, even recently, how about this recently? Because it is a culturally divisive, hostile environment we are in, even in the last month, like more so than I've experienced maybe in my lifetime. Let us know, have you guys been accused of things on social media? Because there's a plethora of things you could have been accused of, and maybe let us know, how you've handled that. Morgan, is it something that we face?
Someone says, OMG, yes, I am Mrs. Bigot.
Oh no, we got a Mrs. Bigot.
Oh, no. Yes, all of the time we get messages and comments saying that we're bigots, we're hypocrites, we're whatever, all kinds of names. And honestly, when we first started, it was very hard to be called those names because I'm just kind of like, what? No, we're not. We're not. That's not where our hearts are. It's we're not sharing our beliefs to be hateful or mean or rude about things. Our hearts are in the right place, and we want to just bring glory to the Lord and be lights and challenge people and encourage people, and some people don't like to be challenged, and so that's okay, and we've just kind of had to learn that that's fine. And Jesus talks about us, if we share in his suffering, we'll share in his glory, and that's a really amazing promise. Just my friend last night reminded me of that, and she was just like, that's an incredible promise to have, that we share in his suffering, we're gonna share in Christ's glory. What? So we just have to keep our eyes on that. Yeah.
Amen, Morgan. George Garcia says, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a compliment or not. You guys are not bigots. You're more the Joel Osteen type.
I feel like it's not a compliment.
Oh
no.
Stay strong, you two. Be encouraged. Make God smile.
Thank you.
Delorum. Thank you, Delorum. She told me how to pronounce her name.
Naomi says Joel Osteen is bad.
Oh. I don't know if we would fit in the Joel Osteen category,
No,
but I guess
1,000% no.
And I'm not saying I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. But with Joel Osteen, there are so many different preachers, and God give us truth in our minds and in our hearts.
Here's the thing, you guys. I have to touch my hair because I have a lot of hair, and I get hot, and Paul doesn't like it when I wear my hair up. So I just have to keep moving it around to get air on different sides of my neck and face. My mom loves Joel Osteen.
See, that's what I'm saying. We gotta.
It's okay. You can love Joel Osteen. That's fine. Seriously, I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way.
Eskeet559, thank you for your super chat. Catholics moved the Sabbath. Papacy Antichrist ? Again, I'm not really sure what's happening there. Anna Luis, what do you think of you just broke up with your ex and you like someone new? Is it okay to start a new relationship so fast?
Has it been a day you broke up and then the next day?
Is it kind of a rebound, kind of an emotional, I have a void now, so I'm gonna just reattach myself?
And you might say, no, it's not a rebound, but let me tell you, a few months later after that relationship ends, because it might end, you're going to look back and be like, that was totally a rebound, because I had a rebound after my 3.5-year-long relationship. I was very sure it was not a rebound. It 1,000% was a rebound. So
maybe ask a parent, or someone you're close to, does this feel like a rebound, just to get maybe a little clarity, or spend some time praying about it.
Yeah, and just spend some time with just the Lord for like a little bit at least before you just jump back into a relationship and see how the Lord would lead you. Do you get Botox, Morgan? No! No, I don't get Botox. I don't have anything against Botox, but I do not get Botox. I've heard that if you want Botox to start working, you need to like start getting it in like your mid-20s, which I'm 25.
That's crazy to me though. It's like Botox should come later.
Yeah.
If you're going to use Botox, like I don't know.
What episode are you guys in The Chosen? Episode 5.
Episode 5, the wedding at Cana, but
The
you gotta
wedding
keep
scene, yeah.
you gotta keep your eyes peeled because we are in and out pretty quick.
You're probably not even gonna recognize me because I look like a little roasted potato. You can only see my face.
So just
But you can
picture
recognize
a
Paul.
roasted potato in your mind and then push play. Roasted.
There's the roasted potato.
You do look really tan. They gave you some like face tanner, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they spray tanned me.
I'm surprised that's not racist.
Babe!
The spray tan, now that I think about it.
Why?
I mean, just
They had to make me look darker. I was too white. I mean, I probably weren't
No,
that
I'm
many
not-
white people.
I'm just saying, I could see some people saying, you shouldn't do that. I'm fine. All right.
I mean, the guy who plays Jesus in
Dude,
The Passion of the Christ is a white dude.
That's true.
Totally white American.
That's true.
oh, brother.
Mr. Enchilada.
Paul's 30, by the way, not 31.
Mr. Enchilada, how do you deal with worldly coworkers? I have experienced it, and I genuinely like working around worldly people. Assuming you're not there 24/7 and that's all you're around, you get out and you go back and you're able to fellowship around Christians. Assuming that, I like working around worldly people because it's such a good mission field. It's such a good opportunity to be a light. Jesus said the fields are ripe for harvest. I think he meant that specifically for that time, but like always, like the fields are ripe and we're always called to shine our light. So I would rather have some time working around non-believers than being around Christians 24/7. Great opportunity. Cassie N, thank you for your super chat, girl. Can you put your mental health problems above God? I've been greatly struggling with my ED and seem to focus more on my ED lately. That's a great question.
I don't know what ED is.
I'm not sure what ED is, but Morgan, I feel like you have some good insight on this.
Can you put your mental health problems above God? I'm just gonna be honest with you. No. But eating disorder, gotcha. Putting your mental health above God, I think would then like God wants you to be mentally stable. He wants you to be healthy. He wants you to view yourself the way he views you. He wants you to see yourself through his eyes. And so if you start putting your whatever it is, whether it's a mental health or your physical, the way you look, or whatever it might be, above your relationship, above God, like things aren't going to line up the way that God has called them to line up. Like you're not going to be able to see yourself through God's eyes if you're putting things above God. And so I would say just really look to the Lord to see how he views you, because if you can start understanding who you are as a child of his, like things will get better. They really will. And I'm not saying like all of a sudden your eating disorder will disappear, but there will be steps taken that would not have been taken beforehand when you weren't really looking to the Father, that will help you get to a right, sound mind and a healthy view of yourself and the way God sees you. So I don't know if any of that made sense, but
Yes, thank you for your other super chat, Cassie. Rachel, thank you for your super chat. Tips for finding a mentor. I keep like, Morgan? Morgan?
This is all you, buddy.
I would say start by looking in your church, because it's a very natural progression, and I almost guarantee that any maybe older person, whether they're a lot older or just a little bit older, more mature in the Lord, whatever, they're going to be almost all the time honored that you're asking them, even if maybe they say, oh, I'm just too busy right now. But more likely than not, like, it's just such a good part of the Christian family is to have mentors and people under you. So just find someone who you respect and say, hey, like, could we maybe start meeting once a week or once every other week?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too much pressure. Haley, thank you for your super chat. VL Cruz, mutually liking someone while taking 1 year off dating. Oh ho ho. Isn't that, it's funny when we're kind of like, all right, we're going to take this time off.
Uh-huh.
And then suddenly, does that mean that because you decided you're taking this time off, you can't change your mind?
I would say make a list of why you took a year off or why you decided to make that decision of, I'm taking 1 year off. Make a list. Write all the reasons why you decided to do that. And like, if you really see that that decision was made because the Lord clearly led you to make that decision, then you need to stay firm in that decision and you need to let that person know, like, hey, I'm not dating for a year. But if you start seeing like, okay, I just kind of made this decision because I thought that it'd be a good thing, but like, here I am and there's this person in my life and they're really awesome and they're godly and we agree on things, like, then I'd say just go for it.
Cool. Bye, Nadine. Hockey scouting reports with Matt Levine. That's a cool name. Hockey scouting reports with Matt Levine. Been watching you guys for 2 years. Let us know in the comments. Anyone on this live chat right now been watching us for more than 2 years? Be honest. More than 2 years.
In November, it'll be 4 years of our YouTube channel.
On YouTube. Wow. Been watching you guys for 2 years. Love the relationship and spiritual content. I am Catholic. What are your thoughts on Catholics? God bless. Woo, woo. Hockey scout. Matt Levine throwing it, putting it out there. That could be a big topic. I have not done extensive, I got my eye itches for a little bit. I have not done extensive research. Morgan's grandparents are Catholic. My short thoughts are like, are you seeking after the heart of Jesus, and are you going to the Word of God, like the canonized Christian Bible? That that needs to be our source. I think, from my understanding, there's a few things within Catholicism that I am kind of like a little bit leery of. But I haven't done enough research at this point to really like speak on those in depth. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we know of some things that Catholicism and the beliefs of Catholicism that we don't necessarily agree with, but do we think like Catholics have it totally wrong, everything that they believe is wrong? Like, no, I don't think that we would say that. And I believe that there's solid, godly Catholics out there, so.
Actually, there's a Catholic radio station that I flip on in the morning sometime on my way just out, and the guy's voice is very soothing, very soothing. I think it's Father Rocky or Father Patrick, I can't.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
Relevant radio, that's Relevant radio. Hey, he's got good social analysis on the times, on what's going on with everything. Kid Cartier, thank you for your $2 super chat, bro.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, man. Let's see. Ophelia, how can you be bold in sharing your feelings with a guy without being afraid of rejection? Other thing, you guys are both really cute couple, wise couple, thank you. Be really bold with your feelings, not be scared of rejection.
You just gotta go for it.
Can I just be real with you guys for a second? There is a YouTuber, haven't watched him in a while. His name, and he cusses some, but his older videos weren't really like, I don't think he was, whatever. His name was LAWF. Laugh. But he did some really popular pranks, and one was like holding girls' hands, where he would just walk up and a girl would walk in and he would like take their hand and they would see the reaction. Or like saying he would hand a girl his phone and say, "Put your number in my phone." I watched that and it literally made me more bold.
Oh dear.
It did. So after watching him, I was like, why am I like so nervous around girls? This guy's going up, I'm watching this guy literally go up and hand the girl his phone and say, "Put your number in my phone." And so many of them would do it. And it's like, girls don't need to be this big intimidating thing. So you're a girl, I believe. Like, guys don't need to be this big intimidating thing. Guys are like, we can just be ourselves and go ahead and take risks and be bold, and you'll get rejected some, but it's not that big a deal.
You just have to get it into your head that if you're rejected, it's not the end of the world. It's actually a good thing, because it just means that you've checked one person off of the list of they're not for you and God has someone else for you.
Yeah, life is for living.
Life is for living.
Life is for living, not living uptight. Lolly Dolly, thank you for your super chat. Man, you guys are being so generous up on here. Woo! Thank you all. Squishy, you be nice. Do you think it's necessary / important to go back and correct the wrongs / sins you've committed, even if it'll cost you a lot?
Wait, let me read it.
I think if you can know in your heart that like, God has forgiven me, I am forgiven, and therefore there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. So don't like continue to feel bogged down and burdened. But if you know of like, hey, this was kind of left unresolved, I hurt this person maybe back when, whatever, like when I was not a Christian or when I was a Christian, whatever, I hurt this person. Yeah, go back and try to make things right. I stole a Mike Piazza rookie card, baseball card, when I was probably like 7. And it was probably 15 years later that I messaged the guy on Facebook and said, "Hey man, I stole your card when I was over at your house." So that for me, it was like I wasn't condemned. Like I repented before God prior to messaging the guy, but it was the right thing to do to like let him know that I did this and ask him if he wants his card back. You know what I mean?
And he said, "Bro, you keep it."
He didn't even think twice. He was over that.
Yeah, I think if it's really like heavy on your conscience and like you're just feeling very burdensome about it, then yeah, like go ahead and whatever, do what you need to do to reconcile. But yeah, I think there are times when you can just repent to the Lord and move forward.
Yep. Guys, I think let's get to like 3 more questions. So just hit us we'll answer 3 more questions.
We've been on here for over an hour.
One of the reasons I wanted to do this was because Morgan is posting a video on Thursday with her mom that I'm very excited for. What's the title of it, Morgan?
Questions girls are too afraid to ask their moms.
Yes, and Morgan's mom is awesome, and she's going to be bringing it. You guys are going to like this video, but I'm not in it, so I wanted to get to touch base with you all again this week. So this has been fun. Thank you. Nathan Nelson, it's his birthday. We'll be singing happy birthday to Nathan Nelson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nelson.
Nathan!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nathan.
Wow, that was horrendous. I'm sorry, Nathan.
Happy birthday, Nathan. Way to go, kiddo. Happy birthday, kiddo.
Oh,
people are showing their love to Nathan in the comments. Yeah, guys, wish Nathan a happy birthday. We're glad that you're here on your birthday, Nathan.
Man.
How old are you, Nathan? Let us know.
I think he said he was turning 23.
Oh, it's a big birthday. It's a good birthday. Let's see. We got 2 more questions, guys. Josh and Jesus. I see you, Josh and Jesus. What's he saying?
He said he'd like to talk to you on Insta tonight, Paul.
Thank you for your super chat, Josh and Jesus. Message me on Insta. Let me know what's on your mind. Let's see, guys. Ba-da-do. Da-da-da-da-do. Da-da-do-skilly-da-da-be. Da-da-do-do-do-da-da-boo. Da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Yakka-do-do-skilly-doo. Ba-da-do-ba-da-da-da-doo.
Wow.
Oh no, the Restarts Life speakers are broken. Hope you get that fixed, man. Hope you get that
Because of your
fixed.
voice.
Morgan still rocks, Josh and Jesus says.
Thank you, Josh.
Aw, you're sweet, dude. You're sweet. All right, Sophia. Advice on not feeling certain after date number 1. And she may have written this or someone else, but said like, after you've had your first date, but maybe you're feeling like, should you be feeling like really pumped and confident after date number 1?
I mean, I wasn't feeling super confident after our first date. Like, I knew that I had a good time and that I thought he was cute, but I wasn't like, oh my goodness, that's my husband.
She was in denial.
Now, Paul, on the other hand, was very confident. You stinker.
To me, it was the best first date that I had ever been on.
There you go. But yeah, so no, I don't think that you have to be like, wow, that's my husband. But that's just my thought.
Cool. All right, guys, we got one more question, and I'll tell you this. For the final question, I will probably be, the question I'm going to answer, we're going to answer, probably is going to have to be a little out there. So hit us with something a bit unusual for the final question, and then we gotta get some dinner.
I gotta make some din.
It's almost 6:30 here in Lexington, Kentucky, and that's about dinner time.
It's Michael Single, yes.
Whoa, Samuel Lopez.
Aw,
My goodness, thank you, bro, for your generous super chat. That means a lot. Speak the truth of Jesus Christ, and the Lord will bless you. Love your channel, guys. Amen, bro. We will. Help us, Lord. We will, you as well. And all of you on here, keep being bold. Be discerning of what the Lord is putting on your hearts and how he would have you relay it. But it's a time to be bold. It's a time to be bold for the faith.
yes, it is.
Let's see. See, Morgan, if you see if you find
a lot of people are asking about my tattoos. We have a video that we did. What's it titled? Should Christians get tattoos?
It has to do, if we redid that video, I think we would take it in maybe a slightly different direction.
Really?
Perhaps. But yeah, we do have one.
I don't remember it.
I think we did get a good amount of people, I think, wishing that we would have spent a little longer on the like biblical, what do we feel like the Bible has to say on it. We moved pretty quick.
Well then. I love you too, Yanko. I hope that I said your name right, although I have a feeling I did not.
Oh, squishy.
But I love you. All right, one last question.
All right.
Squishy, say hello to everyone.
The Restart Life. Thank you guys for doing this for you. This is very kind of you to spend time with us. We love y'all and can't wait for Thursday. Restart Life, I'm glad you were able to hang out with us.
Thanks,
even
Darian.
in Dairy Queen. We always appreciate having you on here. You're a quality guy. Go follow the Restart Life on Instagram while you're following us. I believe that's your name. I know he's changed it, but I think it's the Restart Life now, right? Yeah. Go follow him on Instagram. He's posting, honestly, he posts a lot of encouraging stuff. Look for him. Morgan and I follow him, so you can find us on there. Find him through us if you want. All right, I'm seeing what's the craziest thing you have done. And
that's big
pretty
of a
broad.
question. I would have to sit here and think about that forever. Because I do a lot of crazy things. No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
Thanks for all you guys do. Emily G says, how old is your dog? Could that be our very last question?
She'll be 2 in October, but I don't think that should be our last question.
All right, let's do this one. B. Noel, what is the furthest you have been in the world?
Oh, Miami.
So Morgan's isn't amazing. Miami's pretty far from Kentucky, though. Neither of us, we definitely want to do more traveling.
I haven't been out of the country ever. I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now with all the crazy stuff going on, I probably don't want to leave my house, but one day I would love to travel the country.
And I've been to Nicaragua, and it was interesting.
He was there for a mission trip.
It was a mission trip, and it was, I personally, it was just so different than what I'm used to. We were in working at an orphanage in a very low income part of Nicaragua, and so yeah, it was very eye-opening.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's roll. Oh, who's your favorite Pokemon? Kanomi asks. Right now, it's Pikachu. Yeah, everyone says it.
We're in Kentucky.
I like Pikachu. Any Pokemon fans in the live stream? Booyah. All right, we're rolling. Guys, we love you all, and we're grateful to get to hang out with you every time we go live. Hope you all are doing well. Stay strong. Have fun.
That is not our slogan.
Well, it's not, but it still works.
Stay strong, have fun.
Oh, and guys, consider going, if you're a female, to the Girl Defined conference coming up. We're going to be there. We are pumped for it. Sign up at girldefined.com/conference. We can meet you all there. It would be fun to get to meet you guys face to face.
Dude, it'd be so fun.
All right.
Come on.
Have hope.
And be brave.
Bye.
Bye.